Hey guys, I'm back. Decent length video probably this one's going to be. I actually been working on these for like a week and a half. I've kind of always wanted to make versions of these, whether they be full-on custom, semi-purist. I've made semi-purist ones before years ago. They don't really hold up, so I made some dedicated figures that can stay completed and I don't have to take them apart. So once I, show these off, these will stay made and go in a bin, but I won't have to take them apart. If you read the title, yes, that is a call out to Finn Can't Build. He's on YouTube and Instagram. He calls his videos the perfect versions, or trying to make the perfect versions of the stuff he makes. So I took that as a challenge to make my perfect versions of these figures, at least in the style I chose to do so. So not an actual dig at him. Maybe he'll see this video. Finn, if you watch this, comment down below. Let me know you watched it. Because some of the things in here are slightly inspired by him. Another person, Brickmate, on YouTube. I think he's like Brickmate1 on Instagram. Same guy, slightly different name, but I'll try to link both of them in the description if I remember. Couple of things inspired by him as well. He also did a Team Fortress series. As all of these are his YouTube shorts, by the way. I can't lie. I fucking hate YouTube shorts, but the video, this is how they made the videos, so I can't change that. Either way, I'm just gonna get into this. We'll start with the one I want to flex the most, mainly because I've only seen one other person ever make it on Sand Red, and that was Saber Scorpion, if you remember him, the decal guy. So here's the spy right off the bat, and you can see he is painted onto a Sand Red body. This only came on one minifigure, as far as I'm aware, and you can tell I didn't even remove the print of that minifigure just in case, because it's rare, so it is safe and sound back here. I already had the legs, actually, so I just had to order this torso. But what I've done, this Harry Potter head, I painted the dark red for the balaclava, and then I painted pinstripes and a suit on here, 100%, and then these are braces, rubber bands as his white cuffs. For the contrast, and then I pretty much made weapons for all of these, like modified weapons in some way. I did my inner Robbie G, but I basically took a Brick Arms revolver, cut the handle off, and added a white bar for his ivory handled revolver here. And then the other hand has a I don't know if this is Brick Arms or Brick Tactical, but it's a butterfly knife in the other hand, which is fitting. So, there's the spy. Pretty simple, but Sand Red. So that was the main goal with him. Next one. This is actually the first one I finished. The Demoman. So I'm pretty sure this is a minifig cat Juggernaut bomb squad armor. I took these Brick Arms shells and glued it to his chest. Added electrical tape straps. Added this little sculpted pouch on the front and painted it gray. He's got some Mr. Incredible legs and a black torso. These are actually painted red and white arms, so the arm was white. I painted this red sleeve, so that is not input brick guide arm or dual molded arm. That is paint. I did paint on his eye patch and removed, I removed the chin strap of this head, and then I painted the mustache to connect, and I added an eye patch. I can't recall where this head came from. I'm not sure if this is the T'Challa Star-Lord head or not. Can't remember. I might be wrong. I think that's where it's from. And then here is his grenade launcher using a... this is two different Brick Arms weapons for the grenade launcher itself and for the stock I glued on. This is a piece of Lego plastic glued on for that brown there. And then I used the stock of another Brick Arms gun to make the square-shaped sight here. So definitely my favorite part is that sight on this guy. So there's the grenade launcher. Nothing on the back but the armor itself. It's kind of... By the way, I do want to mention, most of these are like not exact. These are inspired by the game, but obviously like I didn't do full-on game accurate stuff or whatever, so that's why his collar is a little bigger than it is in the game. Like in this armor, he does have a collar, but it's nowhere near like big Juggernaut armor like this. But I thought it worked, and I liked it. So some of these have slight changes. Speaking of, here's the Pyro. custom, I'll get the flamethrower out of the way because it's so damn big. So this is kit bashed, you know, Lego bar with a bent cut telescope, little doodad there for the handle. I got a propane tank I made out of cut pieces. This is just a bent Lego antenna that's glued in there. These bars on the side are glued antennas, so really accurate looking in the end of things, but it's definitely just kit bashed and cut up. As for the Pyro himself, the biggest inaccuracy with him, because I actually used the torso that Brickmate used on his purest one. You can see the fire logo under there. But because of that, the strap is going this way. Instead, on the actual guy, it's the opposite direction. But I went with this. It was fine. I still got the 2 canisters. Well, there's actually 3 canisters, but I got 2 on there. Painted the orange on them. These are Brick Arms tear gas grenades, I believe. Minifig cat ski mask. Dual molded Mr. Incredible arms, but I painted a yellow stripe. And then these are actually printed Eclipse Graphics hands. So this yellow is printed on these black hands, because Pyro has gloves with yellow fingertips or gold. And then I just got a normal classic oxygen tank on him because it's fine. And then I glued a little pouch there. And the 2 suspenders are electrical tape. So, you know, like I said, the strap is technically going the wrong way, but it's fine. The engineer. So these are, what's her name? Satine? No. Is that her name? What's the woman from Ahsoka and Rebels? I can't remember her name. The Mandalorian woman. I can't. Oh, God, what's her name? The one that does everything. These are her legs, and I painted the knee pads yellow. I cut up a Technic piece for, like, the part where the Technic pin actually pegs in, and that became his big yellow glove. He's got a wrench in there. If I take it out, you can see that I actually did paint the fingertips the gray color that they are. These are green overalls on a red torso that I painted in dark brown. You can see when I move the camera, there's the finish. This is a Citizen Brick head that Ryan on, what's his, RRP, I'll link him below too, sent me. Well, I bought it, but I was able to get this head. I think it works really well for the engineer. Doesn't have stubble, but oh well. And then these are custom arms with electrical tape sleeves that I painted red. So I was gonna make a Sentry. I actually ordered parts. They haven't come yet. I got impatient. I'll build it eventually. Let's see. Next one. Here's the Sniper. My favorite thing about him is I used one of the BTS heads with the yellow sunglasses and repainted the mouth and added sideburns. And I purposely used this winking head because when he's looking down the sight with this eye, you would probably have this eye closed while he does it. So I like that detail. This torso was originally, I think, a Grindelwald torso, because I kept the shirt collar shape, but I used it to make the jacket. Painted the little bullets in the pocket, painted all this, painted the back. These are actually dual molded arms. I didn't paint these, I had enough. But my favorite thing about him is by far this sniper rifle. Love this. This was made from like a Brickforge sniper rifle, a Lego telescope, a Lego antenna, some clear cut bits. I sculpted the stock a little bit to get that shape. Really love how this came out. It's got the wacky game proportions. I quite enjoy that. Next, here is the soldier. I couldn't fit 2 grenades. That's another change I had to make. I couldn't fit 2 of these, so I just put the 1 because it looked too crowded with 2. Brick Arms grenade glued on there. I actually have another head coming as well. A Citizen Brick head that's going to work better, but don't have it yet. I also got impatient. I'll swap it in eventually. This head works pretty good though. Brick Arms helmet. Again, here is a kit bashed rocket launcher using, I think, 2 different, I think it's a Minifig cat rocket launcher, a Brick Arms RPG, and this Lego disc that's sanded down on the back for the plume or whatever you call on the back, dude. The exhaust or whatever. And then his skirt is electrical tape, and then the collar at the top that sticks up is actually sculpted. I wanted to get that raised collar, and then the straps are E-tape and the pouches are from Lego Batman belts. and I painted like a gray outline around the straps. So there's the soldier. Here is Scout, pretty simple. Captain America head, I thought it had a good smirk. A minifig cat hat, minifig cat earpiece, painted orange and silver. Painted strap and dog tags. Eclipse Graphics bandage hands. I painted the rolled up sleeves. Lego bat. And then the legs are actually, the stripes are painted, but then the white parts are actually cut plastic. I use the input brick guides to cut and glue plastic for his socks instead of painting them because white paint sucks. His shoes I think are technically black, but I was fine with gray. I think I like the look of that better than black, I think. I don't know why, but Scout, pretty simple. The medic, one of my favorites of these for sure. His torso started as like the CMF mad scientist, and I added the collar and the tie and the suspenders. He's got these bootleg Dragon Ball Z gauntlets for his gloves. He's got this backpack I kit bashed using this backpack I've had for a while with this medic logo printed on it. I used Lego ray guns for the coils at the top. This is just a bar and like a clip glued on. And so I could remove the backpack, I actually drilled a hole in the back and there's a peg that pegs in here. I drilled the hole and attached it this way because I didn't want his neck to be raised up like taller. I wanted his neck to still be on the torso normally, so a bracket piece would make him taller. He's already slightly taller because of the skirt, so I didn't do it. And also his legs are the wild style legs with all the printing removed for dark brown and black. And then this is a Harry Potter head, but I repainted the eyebrows and the mouth, added cheekbones and all. No stubble, it's fine. And then this is cool. This is based off Brickmate design, the base design, but I did a custom handle that's glued on at an angle instead of straight down. And I was able to glue on these cutoff studs and make the medic gun work. So the lever where he like pushes the healing out and back in, that works. So I think that's really cool. And I could attach a hose if I wanted to from here. And then last but certainly not least, probably the face of the game. Here is the heavy, made big as should be. So another midfig. Haven't made one in a bit, so we did make a midfig. So if you wanted to see the scale difference between him and a normal figure, there you go. All of these little shells on his torso are brick arm shells that I pretty much cut in half and sanded so they were shorter. Glued them on here, painted the tips orange. He's actually sculpted fatter. If I take his arm off, you can see from the side I actually sculpted the bottom of the vest and a gut overhanging and his back. So on top of the normal midfig body, I just straight up made him fatter. He's got normal legs because he's pretty oddly proportioned. He's got a sculpted collar around his head. This is the kind of collar Demoman has, really, compared to the one I have on my figure. But, you know, this one I made from scratch here, sculpted it. Got his fingerless gloves on there, all painted. And then couldn't have heavy without Sasha. So here's my kit bashed Sasha, using various pieces. My favorite of which is actually, this is the handle from a Lego camera piece, and I extended the bars with Lego antennas. And then this is like one of those 90-degree pieces with a T-bar cut and glued on there. And he can hold it. It's kind of odd, but if hold on. It is possible for him to hold it if I wedge it in there right. There we go. So I did make sure that heavy could hold Sasha. And that is it. And I'm not gonna lie, I cannot fit all 9 of these in here, and I'm not going to try to. Oh no. Come on now. I bumped it. So I will fit a couple in here and just leave them there. But that's been my big project for the past week and a half, is these figures. So, like I said, a lot of these are semi-purist. Almost, I think every single one of these still has something painted or kit bashed or custom on them, as I just described. So either they're weapons, very slight paint jobs, custom glued and stuff, printing removed, detail added, you know. There's not a single one of them that's just purist, I'll put it that way. So they're all semi-purist or essentially fully custom. Very happy with them though. I'm actually took the group picture, then recorded this video. Now I'm going to take the photos of like individuals or like together while the video uploads. So my Instagram people, if I'm going to tell you to watch this video if you want more details on the figures. So if you came from Instagram and you watched it, let me know in the comments as well. Go check out Finn Can't Build and Brickmate's 2 series on Team Fortress 2. Brickmate did fully purist ones, and then Finn Can't Build did, I guess, custom ones you can call them. Like he did electrical tape and cutting stuff, and also I wouldn't say as custom as the ones that I've made, my perfect ones here. But he definitely did some ones that require some effort too. So be sure to go check out. Plus, if you like any like video game stuff, for sure, in Lego, like he's been doing a whole bunch of Warhammer and Fallout stuff a lot too. So if you like that kind of stuff, he posts like daily, I'm pretty sure. So go peep him out. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know what you think of these figures down below.